This quick video shows me using the Marvellous Mold's Alligator impression mat, the small Brindle Buckle Mold and the Zip and Pull Mold. Pop over to my blog for some more details. Just getting ready here to apply the Alligator impression mat to the fondant. Make sure you dust with cornstarch and remove excess. Then you simply press it into the fondant. You can use the smoother like I'm doing there, or your fingers, or a small rolling pin. It's really easy to line up the pattern, as the edges have a mirror pattern on them, and you'll see later on in another clip how easy it is to see that. You'll probably notice throughout the video that I've got quite a few clips that are sped up just to make the video a little bit shorter. Okay, so here we're using the zip and pull mould. I made 2 zips and 2 pulls for this cake, and the zipper covered the fondant seams down the sides of the cake really nicely. Follow the instructions and dust the mould with cornstarch. There's heaps of detail in this mould, and you really would like to prevent it from sticking. I started by pushing the fondant sausage into the mould with my fingers, and then I switched over to the fondant smoother. It just made it a little bit easier for me. You can see how the blades on the edges of the Marvellous molds easily cut away the excess fondant, and it leaves a really nice clean edge. Make sure to give the molds a little stretch to loosen the fondant, and then you can let gravity do the work for you. The pull molds are really quite small, so make sure that you cornstarch them well. That way you get all the detail in them and they'll pop out a little bit easier. So when I removed my pulls from the mould, the little square end was a little bit squished. So I used my colour shapers to straighten them out, and that worked really well. Here's a better view of my colour shapers. A very light brush with gold luster dust over the zipper teeth really makes it look real. The stitching on either side of the zip is part of the mould, so that's one less step you need to do. I'm using the Alligator impression mat again here, and this is to cover the handles. Can you see the tubing mid-right of the screen? That's what I used for the handles to ensure that they stood up nice and straight. This view shows just how easy it is to line the edges of the Alligator impression mat up. So here I'm using the small Brindle Buckle Mold. It's very similar to the pull mold from the zipper and pull in that it's small and extremely detailed. So if you follow the instructions, again, use the cornstarch. You really don't want this one to stick. The details are fantastic. And before you try to take it out of the mould, just give it a little bit of a stretch again, loosen up that fondant, make it easier to get out. I needed 4 buckles in total for this cake. And here's the buckles on the cake before I added the gold to it. And there it is with some gold on it. For more information on this cake and others, pop over to my blog and have a look. I'd also love to see you on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time.